1 week ago today, the remnants of Hurricane Helene caused catastrophic flooding across Appalachia. Some locations in North Carolina received over 15 inches of rain, and a total of 40 trillion gallons of water fell across the southeast. This is incredibly rare, with events of this magnitude occurring only once every 5,000 years. So what led up to this? At the beginning of last week, a low pressure system moved through Tennessee and into the Carolinas, bringing 2 to 4 inches of rain to the area over the span of 3 days. This was an entirely separate event from Hurricane Helene, but it played a huge role in setting the stage for what was to come. Now, while it was raining up here, Hurricane Helene was churning down in the Gulf of Mexico. Although she spent most of her lifetime as a tropical storm, record warm ocean temperatures in the Gulf allowed Helene to rapidly intensify on her approach to the coast, where she made landfall as a Category 4 hurricane. Over 15 feet of storm surge and 140-mile-per-hour winds slammed the Big Bend of Florida, leaving significant damage behind. Helene's wind speed slowly weakened as she moved further inland, but the rain would prove to be the greater threat for those in her path. Because of the low pressure system we experienced earlier in the week, the ground up here and across Appalachia was already fully saturated with water. When Helene pushed through, the rain had nowhere to go but continued to pool on the ground. The mountains of East Tennessee and North Carolina experienced the worst of the flooding. Rainwater ran down the mountainsides and collected in the valleys, causing the French Broad, Pigeon, and Nolichucky rivers to all overflow their banks. The resulting floods have caused $34 billion in damages across the southeast, and at this time, 215 people have died and over 600 are still missing. At this time, emergency management agencies in East Tennessee and North Carolina are asking people to not self-deploy to volunteer in affected areas. If you're wanting to volunteer your time to aid in disaster relief efforts, please do so through organizations like the Red Cross or the Tennessee and North Carolina VOADs. If you want to donate resources or supplies, many on-campus organizations and local nonprofits are collecting donations. If you'd like to give financially, some great places to donate are the Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund, World Central Kitchen, and the Tennessee and North Carolina Disaster Relief Funds. If you're able to donate or volunteer in any capacity, I encourage you to do so. Unlike the Georgia Bulldogs or the Florida Gators, we can all actually be our mascot. We can all be volunteers. As students at the University of Tennessee, that begins with loving and serving the people around us in their time of need. Thanks. That's all I have for your severe weather recap. Now back to Kylie and Clarissa at the desk.